main goal of today's video is to install these canards I got. These are the APR Canards. I did get Password JDM Canards previously, and the quality of this compared to Password JDM is night and day. I definitely like this because it's like gloss carbon, whereas the Password JDM ones came in as dry carbon and they were kind of bent on where the bracket is to mount to the car. So I think these are a better buy. They cost a little bit more, but I am overall happy with this canard. So this canard doesn't really mount to the Sorcery Bumper, so I've been trying to figure out a way to minimize the gap. So you can see here, if I mount it a certain way, there's gaps along the line where the bracket's supposed to meet and the bumper. So I've been masking it on this side real quick, and I found out a certain spot where the gap of where the canard sits is kind of minimized here. So I think this is the best angle. I think this looks good. You need to drill these 3 holes to the bumper, and then it's just nuts and bolts, and it mounts up to the car. So I think I'm gonna do this, and then I'll have to figure out a way to mount it on the other side. I'll probably drill this side first, make sure I like it, and I'll create a template, and I'll just move it over to the other side. Alright, so here's the first hole here where it's drilled. So I'm going to mount the canard up first to make sure that I can pivot it and make sure all the other mounting points is where I want it to be. Put this in here. Put this in here like this. Alright, so here's how it looks like bolted up on the first bolt, and I think it looks good. Looks good. So I'm going to go ahead, take this off again, and then drill the next 2. This is what happens when all 3 of them are drilled in. So they're not actually mounted yet, but you can tell that the gap there is not as apparent at all anymore. Maybe up front here, but I feel like when I bolt it all together, I think it'll be flush to the bumper. Overall, I think I love this at all. I love this. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the masking tape and try to figure out how I can create a template so I can drill the other side perfectly as well. So I did create a template, I guess, sort of. I didn't really record it because it was a pain in the ass, but I did mark 3 holes. I do want to mount this one completely now. This way I can kind of get a look of how it would look like with both of them, make sure that it doesn't look off. So it's just a washer and a bolt here, and then another washer and a nut on the other side. So let me go ahead and put them on. So this is how it looks like after it's mounted. You see that the gap there is really minimum. There is a gap over here, but I don't think it's too bad. And then here's the other side where I've kind of taped up so far, and it looks pretty accurate. It looks exactly the same as the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and drill that and mount it. After a couple attempts on figuring out where to drill, I think we found it, which is over these red ones. Yeah. So I drilled all the 3 holes. I'm gonna go mount this side as well. So this is how the canards look like installed on both sides. They're pretty spot on. I think I did a pretty good job on the template on getting it aligned on both sides. I had these installed for a couple weeks now. Overall, I think it makes it so much more aggressive with the canards on the Sorcery Style Bumper. You can see the gap on both sides. I can kind of tuck my finger in here. There's a slight gap on this side. I don't know if you can really see it, but it's very minor here. But overall, I mean, it's pretty sturdy. But the quality of the canards are definitely really good. I really like these. So here's another quick angle of it. Overall, it's pretty good. That's how the car sits right now. So I haven't driven this in a while. I did bottom out, and unfortunately I got a big crack here on the paint. It's unfortunate, but I'll probably wrap this car soon. So I do have a new hood and new fenders coming soon, and then I'll get that all prepped up and start wrapping the car. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next video.